Hey you guys, welcome back to JR Colombian Emeralds. Today we're going to talk about emeralds and their qualities. You can see on the left hand side I have a striking fine quality Colombian emerald. On the right hand side I have a below commercial quality or commercial quality emerald. We can see some apparent differences just based off this video. On my left hand side I have a finer quality gemstone. You can see this in its color, in its clarity, its transparency, its luster as well. On my right hand side you can see I have a more duller appearance. The green is persistent within this gemstone. It kind of goes to a yellowish more of a shade versus a bluer tone, which we have over here. The bluer tone usually is found when there's oxygen present in the mine, which is a really cool fun fact. So that's why you usually find bluer tones in the Chivor mine. So going again with the clarity here, we can see that my left-hand side emerald is a very clean emerald. We have minor flaws that are visible to the eye. No emerald is perfect, so you shouldn't expect to see a crystal clear, perfect emerald. And in every case that you do, it's a very rare occurrence. So again, we do see some jardin more along the lines of the middle section, lower middle, versus jardin throughout the entire gemstone in this one over here. We see little bubble-like clouds. We just see a multitude of flaws, which are totally normal in these natural gemstones. But again, it's not as common when you go into a higher ranking gemstone. So let's also talk about transparency and transparency versus opaque. So here we have an emerald that is completely transparent. You can see through this gemstone. I know it's not a really good view here with the camera, but you can see through the gemstone. This means that it's allowing light to pass through the gemstone versus this beauty over here, which you really can't see through the gemstone all throughout. We can consider this as a semi-transparent gemstone just because it's not fully opaque. You can kind of still see that right here in the center. You can see the mounting that it's actually being held on. So because of this, we can consider it as a semi-transparent gemstone versus an opaque, which would be completely unable to see through, which means that light cannot pass through the gemstone. Let's also go through cut, which also plays a difference in quality, and also it's good to know that emeralds are cut by human, whereas diamonds generally are cut by machine, so you tend to find a perfect cut there. These beauties are cut by humans, so you will find human error. Maybe the stone isn't perfectly symmetrical somehow. So here we see that the cut is very excellent, almost perfect, versus a cut that is good to very good. It's not a perfect ideal cut. You don't see smaller. You see that it has a broader table, but this also has to do with the fact that it's a larger gemstone. So let's take a look at its depth. So this is a perfect example to let you know that, again, emeralds are cut by human. You can see that this guy here has a very beautiful depth or belly. This one has a more shallow gemstone. This depends on the cutter, the rough at the current moment, to see if there were any carbon spots around that area, any harsh flaws. Again, it's completely based off the cutter and his experience, and again, the material that this was excavated from. So again, you guys can see just an apparent difference, and it's good to know that both these gemstones are beautiful in their own way. It's very opinionated as to which emerald is considered. Well, it's clear that this emerald is a higher quality, better gemstone, but it's at the end of the day based off preference and price point. So if you can afford to have this striking beauty, I would say go for it. But if you do not have the means to, this is also a very beautiful option. You can see that it has great color, even saturation. Again, it's not an opaque gemstone. It's not something that you wouldn't be able to show off. Both stones are beautiful. And also something I didn't touch upon, Luster. So luster also plays a very important role in an emerald. The more lustrous the gemstone, the more gemmy, the more sparkly, I guess you can say, more brilliant the stone is. So here we can see that because of the crystal clarity that this gemstone has, it appears to be more gemmy versus a more duller appearance, a more opaque look. Again, this is because of the quality that this was cut from. So this is an ideal, just a very beautiful emerald versus a more duller, also very beautiful again, just totally different qualities here. Thank you guys for watching.